T-minus 15 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Ignition. Liftoff. Go Falcon, go GPS.
Vehicle is moving down right. Heat chamber pressure down.
Plus 40 seconds, we've heard callouts, and now we're entering the throttle bucket. We're powering down the Merlin engines to relieve the acceleration as we get ready for the period of maximum dynamic pressure. We're in the throttle bucket, now we're beginning to power back up. We hear the callout exiting throttle bucket, the 9 Merlin 1D engines
Mach
going
1.
back to full power, and we are now supersonic.
Max Q.
Guidance engineer calls out max Q, the period of maximum dynamic pressure, or Q, on the vehicle. From this point forward, although we go faster and faster, the thinner atmosphere will put less loads on the airframe of the rocket. Coming up next is chill-in of the upper stage engine. We've got a good trajectory.
And back engine chill started.
We've begun the chill-in of the upper stage engine. Power on the Merlin 1D engines looks good. Avionics reports everything is nominal. And we're T plus 2 minutes into flight. Next major activity in half a minute, shutdown of the 9 Merlin engines, separate the first and second stage, and ignite the second stage engine to carry GPS and the second stage into the first of 2 orbits today. This one will be the initial parking orbit. Falcon 9 preparing for MECO.
And MECO.
Stage separation confirmed.
And we've confirmed ignition of the second stage engine after a good stage 1, stage 2 SEP. You could see briefly the Falcon 9 first stage in the background.
Both vehicles are following nominal trajectories.
Call out that both vehicles are following the planned trajectory. First stage continuing to coast to apogee, where it'll then slowly turn around and descend back to the drone ship for landing in the Atlantic Ocean. The second stage engine beginning the long burn to get it into the parking orbit.
Acquisition of signal, Maryland.
Coming up, fairing deploy. Waiting to see the camera switch forward.
Fairing separation confirmed.
And we've got fairing separation. The 2 halves of the Falcon 9 fairing separating, the pneumatic system unlatching the locks that hold it together, and then the pneumatic pushers separating the
of the 3 Merlin 1D engines on the first stage. We're expecting this burn to last just about 30 seconds.
Stage 1, entry burn, shutdown.
You see some bursts there. Shutdown of the Merlin vacuum engine. The guidance engineer is evaluating the orbit of the second stage now.
Nominal parking orbit.
Nominal parking orbit,
Landing
that's
legs
exactly what we
deployed.
want to hear. Landing leg deployment looks like right down the center.
And
Looks
stage
like
1
a
is
successful
landed.
landing.
Recovery operators move into
I see it first
11.100
stage.
on UTM
Excellent.
9.
So that's, we first flew Falcon 9 10 years ago, actually this month. Since then, it's completed 88 missions and is now the most flown operational rocket in the United States. This mission completed.
Second stage is firing settling pulses using cold gas. Make sure propellants are at the top of the inlets of the pump, ready to light that engine. And we've got video of the upper stage engine. And we've got startup confirmation. Propulsion confirms we are up on power on the MVAC-D engine. Now the second stage will burn for 44 seconds, and that's going to add over 2,000 meters per second to the speed of Falcon 9 before we shut it down for the second time. Now this shutdown event might be called out as SECO 2. Now this burn that we are in right now will place the GPS-3 space vehicle into the required orbit prior to separating it from Falcon 9. Views coming to you from two cameras on the bottom of the second stage as we switch back and forth so that we can see both sides of the engine. We've got shutdown, waiting for orbit confirmation.
Day. So coming up in just about 15 seconds from now is our last major milestone, and that's deployment of the GPS-3 satellite from the second stage.
Payload separation confirmed.
And successful confirmation of the spacecraft continuing on to perform its mission. From here, the satellite will undergo some activation checks and perform burns to raise into a circular orbit about 20,200 kilometers above the Earth's surface. And with that, that's actually going to complete our primary mission. Now, another note, if you were watching our webcast earlier, we accomplished another recovery objective today. And